Meow meow everyone, how's it going? Today is December 15th, 2015. This is Kitten Calliope. Meow meow. Kind of having a little fun right now since I don't have a dom and I'm kind of not liking a lot right now. I feel kind of stressed, so bondage always helps. Anyway, thought I would do a different kind of blog today, and it's about needy submissives and new dominants, as well as this could be used for submissives that are in a long distance relationship. And I know a lot of, I'm a very needy sub, I understand that. And it's a lot of dominants don't have time for this, especially when I have Asperger's. And so it's going to be interesting. So I came up with some ideas that can help dominants with subs like me, whether they have Asperger's, a long-term or long-distance relationship, or even simply just not time to be able to spend one-on-one or, in-person time with a sub. And so here's some ideas. The submissive can learn sign language, and so many signs or certain signs a week. That is really handy. Maybe learning slave positions, like the Gorian slave positions. You can find those online. You have to learn so many a week. That way when they meet their dominant or do a online Skype session or whatever, they can be able to impress and show, yes, I've been working on this like you said. Maybe even learn to cook certain dishes like that the dominant likes. Because I love cooking. All my dominants in the past, except for one, just love to eat. And it was nice to be able to offer, be able to find out what they like to cook and what they like to eat and be able to learn how to prepare that for them. So that's just another thing that can be done, whether it be taking cooking classes, learning to make a dessert or pastries that the dominant likes, or learning how to do a place setting as well to be able to present a proper meal. That's one thing I don't yet know yet. I'm horrible with what side the silverware goes on for different stuff and where the napkin goes and where the cups go. That's something I've got to work on as well. One of my big things is maybe the submissive like me has horrible penmanship. Maybe the sub can learn can work on their penmanship. Maybe even learn how to write with a quill and ink. That'd be interesting. Could take up a new exercise routine where they have to be able to check in with the dominant and figure out what the dominant is interested in. Does the dominant like outdoor activities, hiking and stuff? Okay, then they can work on a routine where they can figure things out to make the sub, so the sub can join their dominant on those kind of activities. Design a weekly meal plan. When it comes to that, I also mean budgeting what is needed, what foods you need for these, and do an actual grocery list with everything else needed for it. That is very key, especially if you're going to be a household sub, or like me, I want to be a poly household human pet. Something like that comes in real handy to be able to plan, especially when sometimes budgets get really tight. How are you going to prepare the meals? What do you need, and how much are they? Keep a track of what different stores go by and what their different rates are for on things. Look at patterns for sales. That way you can really work on a meal plan. How about learning to belly dance? This is something I'm going to be working on coming 2016. I'm going to learn to belly dance because I do Renaissance fairs. I'm a male to female trans woman. And I want to be able to also use belly dance to build a better core because I have a bad back. As well as be able to learn how my body moves as a trans woman. Because I have no idea how my body moves often. So that's also something. Or even just a sub learning to belly dance for their dominance, enjoyment, and amusement. Could add to something of foreplay. It could add to other things going on. Learning yoga is another thing a sub can do. Not only that, I'm going to start working on yoga, and it'll also really help with being able to help refocus the sub's mind and realize that there is other things going on within their dominant's life. A lot of subs don't think, okay, what can I do, and what can I do to please? What can I do to please? What can I do? What can I help out with? And it tends to bombard dominance. I've done that. And yoga would probably help with some peace of mind, as well as learning meditation, even learning martial arts. Taking up a hobby like photography, learn lighting for stuff, learn how to draw, even learn to do creative writing. I'm a writer. My former trainer gave me named my kitty side Calliope, because I love writing. I used to do epic poetry. I used to write poetry. And I also copyrighted a children's story. I'm trying to get back into writing more. And Calliope is the Greek muse of epic poetry. And so my former trainer did really well in that. Another thing a sub can do is also learn a craft skill, whether it be leatherworking, paper mache, jewelry making, woodworking, metalworking. There's so much that can be done when it comes to crafts. Okay, learn to make nice necklaces. Learn to make earrings. Learn to make, collars, cuffs. There's so many things you can do. Learn to make new floggers and toys to present your dominant with for play. There's so many things that can be done. And one of the biggest things I feel that every sub and every dominant should do is writing assignments. I don't feel it should just the sub that should keep a journal. It should also be the dominant, that way they can communicate about things of what's going on in their daily life. What's going on in their kink life? What are their thoughts about things going on between them, as well as other things that could end up key down the road to discuss. Writing assignments can also be, what is a traumatic memory? What is something that, for a lot of people, I have abandonment issues, so I should be if when I have a dominant, I'm going to write a report on why I have those issues, as well as what the triggers are. If you have anything like that as a sub, it's very key. As a dominant, it's also very important to do. Oh, I got something stuck in my mouth. But those are just some of the ideas. Write down papers. Writing assignments can be your dreams. Where do you want to be in the lifestyle in 5 years? Where do you both see each other 20 years from now? What is your dream wedding like? Do you want kids? Anything under the sun. What is your dream scene? How do you envision a collaring? All that. So those are some ideas for new dominance, long distance DS relationships, as well as new people in the lifestyle and needy subs in general. I hope this was able to help out. I did a video like this before. That YouTube channel got destroyed when other things were happening. But I took a lot of the notes and I have it up on the screen, so I'm reading it, and it's handy to actually have those notes. Anyway, meow meow kitten, clap you out. Later, bye bye.